Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Generation X Nation, known as Gen X Nation. I would like to thank everybody who have been listening to my videos. Please keep, liking and sharing the videos. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. I definitely will appreciate it. My commentary today is going to be on the show called Love After Lockup. We're going to be talking about this couple called Zeruiah and Troy. They are a very, very interesting and entertaining couple. Seems to me to be a little toxic, but hey, if you like it, I love it. Some people like that drama in their life. But what I saw in this last episode, which was last Friday, a new episode will air tonight, and I'll try to get that out again. I don't move as fast as other people because I have things to do. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoyed your family and friends, and watching the sports or playing sports yourself or dominoes or spades, whatever your family traditions are. I hope you just had a wonderful and terrific Thanksgiving holiday, and the holiday season continue to bring you joy and laughter. With that being said, my commentary comes from what we like to call the Generation X nation, the nation that y'all claim that is the forgotten nation, that we don't say much, we mind our business and stay to ourselves, and we do, but we have a lot of opinions too at the same time, and we ain't afraid to give them to you. So with that being said, I'm going to start off with this couple called Zeruiah and Troy, as I stated before, on the 90 Day, I'm sorry, not 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup series. And again, everything on this channel is alleged in my opinion and is for entertainment purposes only. Zeruiah and Troy happen to be this young couple. I think Zeruiah, we'll start with her. She's 32 years old. Apparently, her and Troy have been married for 2 years, but I believe they've been dating for 5 years. It's kind of strange how she met Troy, because she met Troy while she was at the jail visiting her first husband, who was Troy's cellmate. And apparently, she seen him while she was visiting her first husband and decided, hey, I like him. Something happened. She ended up divorcing the first husband, started dating Troy, started going to the jail to visit Troy. That to me should have been a red flag. And in between that, she had one son, and I'm not sure if the son is by the guy that was in jail or by another person. Mariah also has somewhat of a checkered past. She had some issues back in her day. I don't know what led her to it, but I think she had some drug issues, and I think she was kind of out there a little bit, maybe working in a club as a dancer and things of that nature. Not going to, again, everybody has a past. I'm not going to judge her and hold it against her, but you got to kind of look at how you treat people based on how you lived your life too, and give people some grace. And Zeruiah seems to think that the world is beneath her, when baby, you was out there just like everybody else. So never act like something's too good for you. But with that being said, she is dating Troy, well, married to Troy. Troy apparently was in jail, and I didn't really check the records, but I believe it has something to do with maybe distribution or drugs or something. I can't even remember. I think he served close to 7 years. I'm not sure on the amount of time. You can watch the show and look all that up. He has the ex named Yana, who is his baby's mother. Troy apparently went to jail when his daughter was 7 months old. When Troy came out of jail, the little girl was 7 years, maybe close to 8 years old. So he hasn't seen the daughter most of her life. And for some reason, Zeruiah has this issue with the baby mother, which I don't understand why she would have an issue, because that baby was before you, and Troy going and visiting the baby. And I'm not sure if he's on probation, but I know they live about 2 hours or so apart. And she seems to think that he should not be, like she has a problem with him visiting a little girl unless she comes there. She gets mad whenever he wants to go visit the child, and she has to follow along. But in the same breath, she wants Troy to be one big happy family with her and her son, adopt her son and make him her own. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with being a step parent and having what they call it, a blended family, but you cannot discount the child that he had, just like he can't discount the child that you had. I don't know where these people get these rules at in this new generation, but Zeruiah is off a freaking rocker. You want a man to just act as though he don't have a child, and then you want him to not go visit a child that he hasn't seen in almost 7 years. And she acts as though that she gets upset when he wants to go visit the child or talk to the child's mother. You have to understand when you get into a blended family like that, and especially their situation was so different and unique because the little girl was so young when he went to jail, that yes, the mother is going to be closely involved because she has to reintegrate him into that child's life because she really doesn't know him outside of maybe some phone calls that she may have had with him while he was locked up. I don't really know if she visited him in jail. They don't really speak on that term. But Zeruiah acted as though he's not supposed to go in to see his daughter. She acts as though she don't want him to have anything to do with the baby mother and all of that. And I'm just like, you literally have some type of jealousy and self-esteem issue. And Troy, that is dangerous. I don't know why you married this girl and you're stuck in this mess and you're trying to pretend and try to make it work. And I'm telling you now, it's not going to work. It's going to continue to be toxic. Zariah is never going to get past whatever issue she needs to get past without therapy. She claims she's going to therapy and getting help. I don't believe it because she's on social media all the time crashing out, as the young folks say. So with that being said, we'll move on to the current episode. Apparently they're having some kind of community funding day, and Troy's daughter and his mom has came down to the city for him to visit. I guess the baby mother decided to let the little girl come see her dad with the grandma, and they're sitting at this bus stop and nobody's coming by to pick them up. You ain't seen your child in how many years, and you got her and her mother sitting out there in that hot sun at the bus stop while Zariah is over here crashing out about this community thing, and you're continually telling her, I have to go pick up my daughter and my mom there at the bus stop, and she doesn't care. She acts as though, okay, but I got bigger things going on. When he first casually mentions it in the car, she says, oh, he says the baby mother, Miss Yana, whatever her name is not coming, but the daughter and my mother's here. And the first thing out of her mouth, oh, well, that's good, but I have to deal with Karen all day. Like it wasn't even a priority. The first thing she should have said was what time they get in here, what time we need to pick them up or schedule them a ride or something. She worried about dealing with his mama all day. Once again, selfish. But Troy, he just sitting there riding along in the car listening to him like he's being held hostage or something. If you don't believe me, take a listen.
I gotta get my mother and Shorty from the train station. Yana's not coming.
Well, thank God. But now we have to deal with Karen. We got mad stuff that we need to be doing right now. And what are you doing? Silent.
Smoking my weed, trying to get my medicine in my system.
Right, and being high right now before Community Day.
Now Troy needs to smoke his weed, as he say. Trees, grass, whatever y'all call it nowadays, just to deal with this lady. He has to get his mindset right because he already know it's going to be a long day listening to her mouth. So they continue to ride around and drop stuff off at the location that they're having this particular thing at. And Troy is trying to get her to understand, like, look, I got to go down here and pick up my mom and my daughter. And she just continues on her rampage. We got stuff to do. I got to do this and I got to do that. So finally, Troy goes and hides in the bathroom. He literally hides in the bathroom to call his mom. But prior to that, the mother's sitting there for about an hour and she decides, let me call your dad to see what's taking so long. And here's how he responds.
I'm going to call your father, see where they at. They should have been here. Troy, now you know we've been waiting for a while now. Where's you at?
In church in the bathroom. Ma, listen, please talk to Zeruiah. She was like, get the out of my car. You're pissing me off. I'm just saying, please, Ma, help me, because I don't want her to be mad at me, Ma. I'm really not doing nothing. And it's like the day is turning around. Like, I just need your help, Ma, just to ease her, put her at ease, Ma.
That damn Zeruiah. I'll talk to y'all when I get there. All right, bye.
Now Troy a little scary but hiding in the freaking bathroom. Now keep in mind, his daughter and his mother, whether you like Karen or not, is still his mom, took the time to ride down there on the bus with his child so she can visit him and support them in his community day step. And he is hiding in the bathroom, scared of his damn wife, Zeruiah, crazy ass. He is so afraid of her that he whispered in the bathroom, "Ma, talk to her, please. You a freaking man. Get the goddamn keys and go get your child and your mother out of that hot sun after they've been sitting there all that damn time." He acts like there's nothing wrong with it. Okay? And if she won't give you the key to the car, call a Uber something. Send somebody else down there to get them. Make arrangement. There is no reason you have not seen your child in these many years. You should be taking advantage of every freaking opportunity she comes to visit you. You need to be taking advantage of that opportunity. Period. Doesn't make any freaking sense. But he walks out of the bathroom, goes to Zeruiah, tell her how he's feeling, and this is what really gets under my skin, what Zeruiah says to him. If you think I'm playing once again, this chick is freaking off her rocker. I don't know why any man would tolerate this crap, but listen to what she says.
I gotta go get my mother.
You're not going anywhere right now.
Do not play with me with my daughter. Do not play with me with my daughter.
Who are you talking to?
Come to get you in Troy. Just give me a few.
We're going back home. I'm getting us a ticket. I'm leaving to that nothing. I mean, she not staying, and we're not coming back.
Now she hanging up the phone on me. She leaving.
We have bigger things to worry
She
about.
has my daughter with her. What do you mean? I don't know where your head is at today, but you pissing me off. Seriously, you started off bad since this morning.
I'm trying to get this together, and where are you at?
Frustrated. My mother and my daughter at the train station.
Going off on me.
I can't. That's just.
Troy! Seriously?
I can't believe this crap. Now, mind you, his mother had been sitting there for over an hour and a half, almost 2 hours waiting on him. And she finally got pissed off and said, "F it. We're going back. We're getting back on the bus and going back." And when he tells her this, she said, "We got bigger stuff to worry about." What the freak could be bigger than leaving a 7 or 8-year-old girl at a damn bus stop in the hot sun who come to see her father, who she missed 7 years of his life because he was in jail? That is some selfish, disrespectful stuff. You need to be ashamed of yourself. And I don't want to hear about I was stressed out, I have mental health issues, or any of that crap. Because if that was your son sitting on that bench, you would have lost your mind if somebody had them sitting out there in that sun for 2 or 3 hours. And now you mad because the baby mother don't want the child to come down there anymore to visit y'all. I wouldn't either. That lady took a risk. She took a risk and she took a chance. She barely know you. You a lady who married her baby daddy while he was in jail, who was your husband's ex-husband's cellmate. So your decision-making patterns is off any damn way. But she took a chance and said, "I'll give you a chance," because y'all probably called her up, buttered her up, said how everything is going to be great. She probably said, "Okay, just give him some bonding time with his child. Gives me a little time to myself because she'll be with her dad. I can have some free moments." And this is how y'all treat that baby? My child will never come back down here. The only way you'll see me down in your area or in your face is my fist crossing, knocking you in the goddamn face. You could never treat my child like it. My niece or my nephew couldn't have been treated like that. You deserve your ass whooped. And you could sit here and say all you want, make up every excuse. It was a stressful day. I got mental health issues, all that bull crap. You are a mother. Mental health issues or not, you are a mother. At least that's what you say. You have a son. So your maternal instinct should have been priority then. It should have been, let me get down here, and if the minimum, get this child out of this hot sun who ain't seen her daddy in years. That should have been priority. It don't matter if you like the baby mother or not. Children are innocent. You should never treat a person's child like that. When I tell you I was so pissed as a Gen Xer, an older person out here in these streets watching these TV shows and how some of these young girls act nowadays, it is so freaking some of y'all don't even deserve children. I'm just going to be honest. Some of y'all, well, I ain't going to say deserve. Some of y'all should not be mothers. You're not ready for it. There is no way. I have people in my life that I didn't even birth. And if I see somebody do anything to their children, I would probably whoop their ass, because children are innocent victims in any mess. That little girl has nothing to do whether you like her mother or whether you like his mother, your mother-in-law. She's an innocent victim in all of this. All she wants to do is spend time with her dad. And for you to behave the way you did, Zeruiah, you are full of crap. And you will forever be on my shit list. And there's nothing you could do at this point to make me see you in any different light. Go to church, get saved, do what you want to do. And that's another thing. Your father and mother are pastors and ministers. You should have been the first one to have some compassion to make sure them people was okay. Because apparently you was raised in the church. I'm just confused. This is why people run from churches sometimes, because they see quote unquote Christians behaving like you. And I'm not saying anything about your parents. Don't even throw that in there, because I'm not talking about the parents. I don't know them, but I'm sure as Christians, they might have, if they knew what was going on at the time, I'm sure they wouldn't agree with it. At least I hope they wouldn't have. There is nothing that should have happened. I don't give a damn if that community thing started 30 minutes late or an hour late. That little girl in that moment was freaking priority, and you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball. And Troy, I'm going to get in your ass as a father, as a man. It is unexcusable. And for you to go on these social media sites and making excuses for her for the way she treated your daughter is ridiculous. No man would have accepted any woman who loves this child the way a child should unconditionally would accept any woman putting anything ahead of a child like that. And wife or not. And maybe you're feel like you're being held hostage because you just got out of jail, and she's pretty much helping you get on your feet and supporting you till you can find what you need. I get it. This may be all you got. You married to her, you stuck in it, whatever, but you are not a slave. You have what we call freedom in the United States. You can walk away anytime you want. You there because you choose to be there. You enjoy the little check you get on WTF, so you sit here and tolerate it. But nobody will ever have me on TV humiliating my child in front of a national audience the way you did, because everybody's going to see it. And now you pissed off because everybody's seen it after it filmed and seen how you treated that girl, and now it's like reliving that moment again. So apparently you didn't tell the world that, oh, she sat on a bench for 2 or 3 hours and then had to go back home, or maybe y'all did pick her up 3 or 4 hours later, but the world didn't know that. Y'all must have covered it up. Because once it got exposed, all of a sudden y'all on this PR run trying to, I'm suffering from anxiety and mental health issues and all that. That ain't got shit to do with it. There's nothing about anxiety driving your ass down to a damn bus stop and picking up a 7 or 8-year-old girl that's sitting out, and her grandma who's sitting out in the hot sun. Ain't anxiety in the world stop you from doing that. And once again, I don't understand how, and I get it, the community event was great. And, it was y'all little foundation, whatever little crap y'all got going on. But that still did not justify. If you couldn't get your ass down there, Zeruiah, then you should have sent somebody down there to pick her up. There were other people around there with cars and buses and vans that I seen sitting in that damn parking lot. Hell, have your parents go pick her up. But they should not have fucking sat there. And you knew they was there because he reminded you a couple of times during this show. That was disrespectful. And WeTV, blaming your behind too. That's a child. Y'all sitting there filming that crap. But was you making sure that baby had a ride home? And for the rest of the people who are putting their kids on TV shows and reality TV show, just take a note from that. And I know y'all wouldn't put y'all children in those situations, but if you ever see your child on a show or a young child on a show being treated like that, make sure y'all speak up, because kids can't defend themselves. And if their parents is just dumb enough and just worried about a freaking check, and I'm not talking about the mother because she wasn't there. She's in another 2 hours away, I think, in Buffalo, New York. And whatever she do to Zeruiah, whatever she calls Zeruiah, if she whoops Zeruiah's ass tomorrow, I'm 100% on her side. And I'm sure a lot of women feel that way. You were wrong. Zeruiah, you was wrong. But most importantly, Troy, as a man, you failed your daughter that day. I don't give a fuck if you had to get a bicycle or walk your ass to that bus stop. There's no way in the world your daughter should have sat on that bench for 2 or 3 hours in the hot sun waiting on her daddy, who she has already lost 7 years of his life because decisions that he made that caused him to be locked up, sitting in that damn sun. You were wrong. And with that, that is my opinion from Gen X Nation. And if you don't like it, fine. If you like it, feel free to like. Subscribe to my channel. I definitely will appreciate it. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I will be watching Love After Lockup tonight, and I hope they, behave a little better on this episode than they did last episode. Um, Again, everything on my show is my opinion. And once again, opinion. And it is alleged and it's for entertainment purposes only. So we are all tied to our opinions. Whether you like it or not is a different story, but we can speak it. I appreciate everybody who has been listening. Please share and like my channel. I will definitely appreciate that too. And again, you guys have a great rest of your day. And until the next video, Gen X Nation is out. Bye.